Are you thinking of moving to Plano, Texas? Or is it Frisco, Texas? Or maybe you don't know which one. That's okay, because I'm going to share with you the differences between Plano and Frisco. And if you stick to the end, I'm going to show you my personal preference as to which city. So let's get right to it. The very first point that I want to talk about has to do with location. Now, where is Plano located? Plano is located south of 121, and there's about 290,000 residents that live inside of Plano. So it's kind of like a square or a rectangle or a circle, the size, whatever you want to call it. But Plano is just a really big city. And north of 121 is Frisco. Frisco is also a very big city with about 240,000 residents. So we're talking about a 50,000 difference in terms of residents. So both cities have a lot of people. Now, if you're planning to move to either Plano or Frisco or any other city in the Dallas area, feel free to call, text, email, whatever you prefer. I'm happy to help you move to Dallas, Texas. And so both cities are just great. And if you live in anywhere in Plano, you are in a great location because you're either near the 75, let's say you live in central Plano, or let's say east side of Plano, then you are near the 75. If you're on the west side of Plano, then you are near the toll. So anywhere really in Plano is a great location because you have direct access to anywhere you want to go. But in Frisco, not everywhere in Frisco is a great location. For example, the south side of Frisco is great because you're right next to the 121. And if you are, let's say, in the northeast side of Frisco, which is borders to McKinney, that's where I would be like, that's not a great location, because just to get to the toll, you're gonna have to drive an extra 10 minutes, 15 minutes, really depends on where you live inside of Frisco. So when it comes with the winner of these two cities in terms of location, I would choose Plano. Let's talk about homes. Now, when it comes with the city of Plano, the Plano's household income, the median household income is about $108,000. So that's pretty good. That's very financially stable, a very great city. Now, Frisco is a bit higher. The median household income is about $146,000. So we're talking almost a $40,000 difference in terms of the median household income. So financially, Plano is in a very stable position. Frisco is even more stable because it's an extra $40,000 income a year, almost $40,000 that is. So when you talk about household incomes, then we also get into the home prices, and that itself is going to be a difference because when it comes with the median house price in Plano, we're talking about $450,000. But in Frisco, the median home price there is $100,000 higher, and that is at $550,000. So you can see right away when the household income is higher, then chances are the home prices are going to be higher as well. So when we talk about $100,000 difference, what are we talking about? We're talking about in Plano, you got a bit older homes. That's kind of the big thing about Plano, is that these houses are older because it's been established for quite some time. You got a lot of trees in both cities, but Plano has a lot more because it's been developed more. It's been established longer. Now in Frisco, you have a lot of newer homes. Back then, you had a lot of new construction homes in Frisco. You still have a lot of new construction today, but not as much. And if they are single family homes, then it's gonna cost a lot of money. And nowadays they're doing more of like town homes in Frisco. And so we're seeing kind of that shift from single family homes and then going into townhouses because people are little by little still moving there, but it's been established for quite some time. What's the winner here? I would choose Frisco. Yes, they cost more, but they are newer homes. So let's talk about entertainment. Now, when it comes with entertainment, both cities being suburbs are actually, surprisingly, they have a lot of attractions. They have a lot of entertainment. And if you're thinking of moving to either Plano or Frisco or any city in Dallas, feel free to call me, text me, email me, whatever you prefer. I'm happy to help you move to Dallas, Texas. And the city of Plano has what you call Legacy West. Legacy West is fairly new in comparison to other things around, and Legacy West is a very popular place in Plano. It's basically, I did a vlog on this, and make sure to watch that after you watch this video, but it's basically a outdoor shopping center with food court, with restaurants, with dessert, coffee, whatever, brand name shopping, and it's just a very crazy place on the weekends. People love going to Legacy West. And right next to Legacy West, you have the shops at Legacy. Not a lot of people go there because of Legacy West. Back then, before Legacy West, everyone was going to the shops at Legacy, but now people are tending to go more toward Legacy West. But there's still some places to eat in the shops at Legacy and some things to do there as well. And you also have downtown Plano, which has a lot of things to do there, a lot of good places to eat and grab a bite, coffee, dessert, whatever you want. So a lot of people will hang out in downtown Plano because there's a lot of things to do there. And then you also have in Plano Willow Bend, which is a mall. Not a lot of people have been going there recently, but during the holiday seasons, people do slowly go there. But they are talking about doing like reconstruction in that area. But inside Willow Bend Mall, you have what you call Crayola Experience. And that's where a lot of parents will take their kids who love to draw, paint, run around, whatever, because that place is very busy. Now, Frisco also has a lot of places to go. If you know Frisco, there's a place called Stonebriar Center, which I call it just Stonebriar Mall. And on the weekends, it is jam-packed there. There are a lot of cars there. They also have like Cheesecake Factory. They have Dave & Buster's, Barnes & Noble there. And obviously, it being a mall has a bunch of other stores and food court inside. So that place is a very popular place in Frisco. You also have Ford Center, which is basically an outdoor area where kids can run around, throw some football, whatever they want to do. And there's a lot of restaurants there as well. So Ford Center is popular. And then you also have Toyota Stadium, which is where the FC Dallas professional team, soccer team, plays their games at FC Dallas. And you have on the north side of Frisco, you have PJ Frisco for people who love to golf. That's the place to go in Frisco. Well, maybe not the place, but one of the many places to go in Frisco because that is very new. It's been established not too long ago. So PJ Frisco is a popular place in Frisco. Now, which city is the winner? Now, before I tell you the winner, I'm going to have to share with you two more things, and this is why I choose a certain city. And that has to do with Universal Studios. Universal Studios is coming to Dallas, specifically to the city of Frisco. If you don't know, it's kind of like on the north side of Frisco, and that is what makes Frisco such a great city for entertainment. Not just Universal Studios, you also have north of that a new place called the Fields West, and that place is very similar to Legacy West. That's what they're trying to copy, and that's gonna be like in the border of Frisco and Prosper, but it's going to be in the city of Frisco. So you have two new attractional sites, Universal Studios and the Fields West, coming to Frisco, and this is what's going to make Frisco an amazing city in terms of entertainment. People that live in Frisco probably don't really want Universal Studios in Frisco. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. You would imagine Universal Studios wouldn't be in Frisco, but it'd be in Arlington because you have in Arlington Dallas Cowboys, which is AT&T Stadium. You have Texas Rangers. You also have Six Flags Magic Mountain. So you would imagine that Universal Studios would have gone to Arlington, but it didn't. Instead, it went to Frisco. And so the winner here is hands down Frisco. So let's talk about education and school districts. When it comes with the school districts, Plano ISD and Frisco ISD, both are amazing. I can't really tell which one is better because they're just so great. Both of them are so great. Now, you do have some schools in Plano that you would hope that it'd be ranked a bit higher, but it's not. You know, you have that in Frisco as well, but a little more in the city of Plano. But really, both cities have amazing education. Plano ISD, Frisco ISD, both competitive. So really, when it comes with the winner on education, I would say both are on the same level. So I can't really choose which one. So both of them are great. So what are my thoughts of which city is better? Now, if you're thinking of moving to either Plano or Frisco or any city in Dallas, make sure to call, text, email me, whatever you prefer. I'm happy to help you move to Dallas area. And so the winner that I would choose would be Frisco. Now, it just depends. Now, when I say Frisco, I'm talking about location-wise, where in Frisco. If you are going to be living in the northeast side of Frisco, then I might be like, well, I'm not really sure. I might choose Plano depending on the home price difference. Now, if the house price difference is about like $100,000 or $150,000 more in Frisco, then I feel okay because the houses there are going to be a lot newer than the houses in Plano. Now, if we're talking above that, maybe like $200,000 or more than Plano, that's when I might hesitate and be like, okay, you know what? Is that really going to be worth living in Frisco? So location really, if you're in the northeast side bordering McKinney, I might be like, okay, if I'm paying extra 150,000 there, 200,000, okay, that's a bit too much. I'd rather just move to Plano. But if I'm paying like 100,000 extra there, that might be okay. 150,000, then it might be a coin toss. But if I'm paying 150,000 extra and I have the location like the South Frisco, then for me, oh yeah, South Frisco is great in comparison to Plano. So it just really depends on your location, home prices as well. And so at the end of the day, I would choose Frisco. Now, if you are thinking about maybe not living there, because I'm talking about like families that want to live there. If you're talking about like investing homes, then I'd rather choose Plano. I'd rather go with Plano than Frisco, because Plano, you got some older homes and you can fix, as you're fixing, then you can rent it out and you don't have to pay high home prices. Of course, rent is going to be as much that you receive, but it's still, at the end of the day, I think a safer bet in terms of investment. So when you come to live in this area, then I would choose Frisco. If you are thinking about possibly investing, then I would choose Plano. So there you have the differences of Plano and Frisco, and I really hope that helped you out. If it did, make sure to click that like button. If you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.